Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Orcas MyLeague series here in NBA 2K19. So in last episode we had the draft, and at third overall we managed to take Jack Blackwell, who is going to be a pretty damn good player. I think he's a shooting forward, and that means we're going to be also moving Lowry, our small forward. Actually, it's not a shooting forward, it's a small forward. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, Lowry is going to be on the power forward side of things just because that gives us a bit more to work with. And yeah, basically our roster looks pretty good. I did adjust the minutes, but it's probably going to get adjusted by the computer, which means some of these players might not get a lot of time. But anyways, our good players like Russell, Morgan, those guys are going to be having pretty damn good years because they're both in high 90s or mid 90s, I should say. And then Lowry's up to an 81, Schroeder's an 83 in our sixth man again. Blackwell's a 78, and then everybody else is also pretty damn good. And we also have a pretty decent system proficiency. As you can see, I moved it over to the 7 seconds because we have 3.5 star proficiency there, so I'm using that one just because that's where we're the best at. The only thing is I think we're going to be a bit weak on defense because of that, but yeah, anyways, let's see how that plays out for us. And yeah, let's do some of the season simulation here. And then we're going to get into re-signing maybe some players before the off-season hits. This is a big year for us. I think we could make the playoffs, but I hope it happens because it's really hard to actually get into the postseason, it seems like, in NBA in comparison. We're not off to a hot start, 3-5. Here's another one and a loss. Okay, we're getting better, I think. Yeah, we're definitely getting better. We're 6-6 so far. Hopefully this team performs good, and hopefully we don't suffer any really bad injuries like what happened last year with who was it that we had that suffered an injury last year? Hello, you stupid thing. Yes, oh, that's why. There you go. I almost forgot the controls for that scary thing. So anyways, yeah, hopefully we don't suffer any big injuries because last year Tom Morgan had an injury where he was out for like 6 to 8 weeks, and that kind of, I think, probably played in the fact that we lost and we're losing games right now. So let's actually stop the simulation. And Tom Morgan again is out currently 1 to 2 weeks strained left MCL. This guy might be an injury prone player, which is not a good sign considering he's already only 24. I just don't want him to have a career ending injury because there is that chance that he could get that. It's very slim, but if he gets a career ending injury, then yeah, then we're like farther in the rebuild. Barton for Collingsworth in a second. Nah, I'm good. Okay, let's get some more guys. That's good. Yep, boom. Yeah, we're kind of struggling. We might not actually make the playoffs if this continues. But it could be because our best 2 players are injured. Why are these injuries hitting us right now? What was I going to do? Maybe change the proficiency. It went back down to 3 stars just because of those injuries. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, let's just go back to balanced. Because I don't know if it's that reason that we are losing games as well. Okay, so we lose 1 game to the Hornets there. I don't know if that's Draymond Green. Yeah, that is Draymond Green. Draymond Green and a first for Collingsworth in a second. Nah, I'm not taking on Draymond Green's contract. It's probably pretty bad, I would assume. And he usually retires around this stage, I think. But yeah, we are struggling really badly because of those injuries. And if that continues, we are missing the playoffs again. Potentially. Let's go actually to our contract extensions. So Morgan's ineligible. Russell still has not decided. Schroeder will come back, but I'm not sure if I'm going to because of his cap. Or his cap hit. The rest of these guys are ineligible, but yeah, D'Angelo Russell is the big one that we need to bring back. We still have yet to make the playoffs with him, which is not a good sign. But hopefully he decides he wants to come back. If he wants to test free agency, then it'll free up a lot of cap for us, but at the same time, it'll make us a worse team. 12 in 19 so far. Yeah, we are struggling without these guys really badly. Like, our record's not horrible, 13 and 20. If we could go on a good winning streak, we could get 500 back. Come on, boys, let's just win like 10 games in a row, and then that could definitely help us out. Because I want to make the playoffs really like a lot, but at the same time, if we don't, then it's not the end of the world because we get more good prospects in, but we need to win at least soon because it's taking a while for us to get even a postseason appearance. Okay, I'm going to stop the simulation again. Okay, so Dennis Schroeder's now battling with an injury. It seems like all our big guys are getting tackled with injury because it's our best proficiency. Let's see if D'Angelo wants to come back. He's still undecided. And Schroeder's injured for 2 weeks. God damn, it seems like always our best players go down with injuries, and it's the worst thing. Let's go to the 28th. Hopefully, D'Angelo makes up his mind soon, because I really would like to get him back, but I don't want to get him back probably for super long, because we got a really young kind of core, and I would rather keep those guys over him, even though he is good. Okay, more prospects to scout. Boom. Yeah, we are struggling. 17 and 28. I don't think we're going to make the postseason this year. Unless we somehow go completely 180 once we get back to full health. It's really sucking that we're missing the playoffs so much. And you guys are probably getting bored that every single season I miss the playoffs, it seems like. I'm not used to being this bad at sports games because obviously with NHL I do a lot better than that. But Ellis Jr. and Anderson for Nunez and Wood. No, thank you. Nunez was like a top 15 pick, I think, for us. I don't even remember when we drafted him. Okay, so let's go to those contract extensions. D'Angelo still undecided. Come on, man. Well, actually, if he is undecided, that's not a. It might be a good thing because Morgan's contract, we might have to give him a ton of money. And we're going to probably just leave Schroeder until the offseason to deal with because I'm not sure if he wants to come back or not. Let's go right to the... we're probably going to go past the trade deadline because at this stage I don't think we're a playoff team unless we win a lot of games. Because the simulation sometimes gives you a lot of wins to get you back to playing where you should play. So maybe we'll go on a late game or late season winning streak or something. There you go. Game against Memphis. Can we win 3 in a row for the first time, I think, this season? I don't even know what that said because it was a win. It was off screen for me, so. But we did just win 4 in a row, and we lost 1 game. Decline that, and we go past the deadline. No, thanks. 23 and 33. We're still 10 games bulgered. Come on, man, make up your mind, D'Angelo. Still undecided. If he's undecided all this season, then yeah, I don't know if he's coming back next year. If we want to win, we should have him on the squad, but at the same time, I don't want to get rid of some of those youngsters that we have on our team because it might screw up our cap situation. Okay, so we almost got some decent guys scouted, it looks like. Okay, so All-Star stuff, let's get through this. Who made the All-Star game for us? Was it a voting thing? I think it was voting, right? Season stats. Where is the voting thing for the All-Star game? I don't even know where that is, but whatever. Let's just see who's in the 3-point contest and stuff this year. So nobody for us. Dunk contest, nobody for us. And then let's sim past the All-Star game. See if anybody made it for us. Oh, wow. Yeah, that blows. Really, if we would have had Lothar Lindman, he would have made the All-Star team in one of his first seasons. And he's up to... Oh, this hurts. He's up to a 96 because I guess he had one more season in Germany. puts up 22.4 points. So in his first season in the NBA, he's an NBA All-Star, and he's just playing really good right now. Oh man, that hurts even more. This makes the season like even more of a loss. Anybody make it for us? No, nobody. Up your mind yet, D'Angelo? No, you did not. What a surprise. We'll go right up to the day before the contract extension, or right to the day, because he still has almost right on the knob. Some games here down the stretch. Not losing still. Yeah, we're missing the playoffs again this year probably. We did just win 2 games, and that's the low. Maybe he just wants to become a free agent. That really sucks that he's not making up his mind yet, but I guess he is first. So let's go to there. Scout players. Like this off season, like bring back D'Angelo or not. You're at the end of the season, which is nice. Yeah, more than likely with a 27-40 record, 4 overall. Interesting. And then there's an 80 right behind him. So it's another really good elimination tournament. If I'm not mistaken, I did change some off-season rule. I can't remember what it was, but so in our favor. So yeah, we're definitely out of the playoff. Okay, we're almost done the season. Can we at least get to like 35 wins, please? Like, this is probably our worst season in, I think. Both our limit this year, we would have been probably... Okay, so we are of the year. Last 2 games, one against Indiana, is our 50th loss on the year. Jeez. And there's our 51st loss. So Nikolai Jokic or whatever is the MVP for Atlanta, which means Atlanta's having a very good season this year because of Lothar. Yikes. And the rookie of the year every game. My God. Yeah, Atlanta's gonna win the title this year, I think. DeMarcus Cousins in Cleveland, seen him in the game. Porzingis the MIP. And Terrence Brooks is the coach of the year for the Phoenix Suns. Okay. So, James Harden, anybody for us, though, in these things? Probably not, because we just had a horrific season. Yeah, it doesn't look like... Oh, wait. Tom Morgan was on the all-second defensive team, and he was injured with another MCL injury for 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah, this guy, even though he's really good, I feel like he's going to have a career-ending injury. Because he has missed a lot of basketball recently. Doesn't say anything about his wear and tear, but... Yeah, his MCL, or his hips and his knees, are increased risk of injury. And then also his feet, one of his foot, his right foot, or is it his left foot? One of his feet and his ankle. That's not good. Like, he's such a great player. And that won first overall, but he could be one of those guys that end up retiring early because of injury problems. Lothar Lemon, the all-rookie first team. Jeez. That hurt so much that I let go of him. How about that Ada guy that just went second overall because one team made a huge whiff on him. 16.6 points, and he's up to an 86. Damn. Yeah, we did not get really anything at all this year. So Atlanta's the best team in this playoff mix. Let's see what happens here. Will Lothar Lehman win an NBA title in his rookie season as well? This is a really bad year for us if Lothar Lehman wins. Because it would be like an insult to the wound. Or assault to the wound. Just because, losing your best prospect and then he goes on to win an NBA title potentially in his rookie season. It's just hard. And, well, they do it. They're on to the conference finals. Yeah, I think Atlanta's winning this year. Potentially, maybe not. And no, they aren't. New Orleans versus Phoenix in the finals. And Phoenix sweeps New Orleans for the titles. So DeAndre Ayton winning the MVP of the playoffs. I think they might have won last year, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check, actually. I'm pretty sure there's a way to check the history. Let's see. Where is the damn history thing? I know there's a history thing that says... I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in here. Or maybe it's here somewhere. Team status. No, I don't even know where it is. I don't remember even. But I think the Phoenix Suns have won multiple in a row now. Okay, so let's advance. And then let's get some of this. Whoa, okay. Oh, that's why. So the first overall pick is available now because of that new rule that I was mentioning. So it's road to the #1 pick. I've never seen this before. So this is the tournament for first overall. As you can see in the quarterfinals, we have Detroit, who's already up there. And then Toronto and Houston, one of those teams are going to battle Detroit in the quarterfinals. And then we are against Denver. Washington's against Miami. Winner of those two series will face each other, and then they'll face either Detroit or Toronto or Houston. Damn. So Detroit currently has the best odds of getting the first overall pick, it looks like, because they're already on to the quarterfinals by elimination. So let's get into this. This is kind of interesting. So is it just a one-game knockout? It might be. So here we go, Simcast. Let's see if we move on in this little tournament thing. Going really quick, and we're out in the first round. Wow, okay, so we don't get #1. That is really bad. Okay. So the first overall pick this year, who's it going to go to? It's going to be going to the Orlando Magic. That's such a weird thing. What the hell? I believe it belongs to Orlando now. So player retirements this season. LaMarcus Aldridge is a big name. This Williams guy. Marcus Gasol. Nobody that looks like they were playing in the NBA, actually. Oh wait, that for the Wizards doesn't really. Okay, so league meetings. I don't really like that road to the #1 pick thing though. Weird. Change the number of fouls out. Did anyways, we'll leave it. League. And yeah, I think that's it for this episode, guys, because well, actually, maybe D'Angelo, 18.2 points, so he dropped off a lot. I don't know if he's coming back. Tom Moore, middle of the season with an injury, still played pretty good. Lowry played just as good as Simons, better than last year. He had a really good season by comparison to last year. Year 13, not too bad. For this episode of our Orcas MyLeague series. So in next episode